Okay.
Hello, everyone. I am Kanisha Grayson, founder and CEO of The Art of Applying. And today I have another rockstar client here to share his story of success. We are doing an audio-only interview for him just to protect his privacy, and we're going to be calling him Samuel today. So, hi, Samuel.
Hi, Kenisha. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. So, I know you got a lot of good news. Lots of good news is coming in, so I can't even keep it all straight. And I bet there may even be some good news I've forgotten about or don't even know about. So before I jump into the questions about you, let's just start with your results. So please just tell us all the good news, all the schools you've gotten into, and tell us about all the money.
Oh, so 3 years ago, I was looking at schools. So I wanted to do an MBA program, and I was looking at which school I needed to go to. I had a breakthrough call with Carnegie, and I listed all the schools that I needed to go to. I wanted to apply to 4 schools. That was University of Virginia Darden, School of Business, Cornell University Johnson, University of Michigan Ross, and Carnegie Mellon Tepper School. So I applied to all 4 schools, working directly with my consultant. I'm excited to announce that I got into all 4 schools, and I have full ride to 3 of those schools. So
What?
I got 100%. I know. I got full ride, 100% tuition and fees to Darden, Ross, and Johnson. I'm really very excited for that, and I'm yet to make a decision on where I'm going to. But these are the problems I knew I would like to have when I started working with Art of Applying, and I'm very happy that I'm in this position after a few months working with them.
Oh, I'm so proud of you. Wow.
Yeah, I know.
Full ride. Okay, then did Carnegie Mellon give you some money?
No, I didn't really. They were like the lower end of my list, so I didn't bother following up with them, but they did not give me any money.
Oh, interesting. Okay, then. All right, so now you're going to choose between Darden, Cornell, and Michigan. How will you choose?
Yeah, I really, they're all great schools, and all the schools have one good thing or more good things about them, but I can't really narrow it down. I'm still talking with alumni, which I met some through Art of Applying, and I'm talking with people I met visiting all schools. But I think it all boils down to location of where I want to be to. So I've not made up my mind. I'm looking till next month to decide on where I'm going to. But it's it's a good problem to have.
Oh, that's fantastic. And yeah, we have clients at all of these schools. So, I know there's clients in the ambassador directory of our clients that you've been contacting, but just, let me know after this call if you're having trouble finding enough people, because we have clients at all the schools that could really make their case for why you should go to their school.
Yeah, that has been the case with everybody I'm talking to. Everybody's trying you to come to their schools. So yeah, it's a great problem to have.
Wow, that is so exciting. Okay, so now let's learn about. And are these all consortium scholarships?
They're actually from individual. I also got consortium fellowship, but the schools provided me with their scholarships individually. So I got some from the school foundation, some fellowship from other schools, but the schools did provide their individual scholarships to me.
Fantastic. Do you remember the names of each one that you got from each school?
The one I have right at the top of my head, the one from Darden is the Darden School Foundation, gave me the full ride. Then for University of Michigan, Ross was the Dean Fellow. I can't remember the one.
The what kind of fellow?
The Dean Fellow.
Oh, Dean's Fellows. Okay. Okay. Well, and at Cornell, are you a Park Fellow or a different fellowship?
It's just a merit scholarship. I don't think it had a name to it. Yeah, but it was full ride.
Understood. Okay, cool. Wow. Fantastic. Which school gave you the consortium scholarship?
It was Darden gave me this consortium scholarship.
Okay, excellent. Okay, Samuel. Now everybody wants to know, who is this guy and what the heck just happened, because that's what I need in my life. So what the people listening, what they're going to want to know is, and you're going to share whatever you want to share, but I'm going to tell you what they want to know. So they want to compare themselves to you, see how they measure up. This happened for him. Can it happen for me? So they're going to want to know things like, where did you go to college? What did you study? What was your GPA? What was your GMAT or GRE score? What's your work experience? What's your age? So whatever, be as specific as you feel comfortable being, and just know that the more specific you can be, the more helpful to the people listening.
Okay, yeah. I'll first start with saying, repeating the exact same words I know. My consultant from Art of Applying told me, it's like the schools look beyond your stats. So you shouldn't just rely on your stats and compare that with the school profiles you're looking to apply. So this application process, I'll use myself as like a prime example. It's all about holistic review of your application. So I originally from a small town in Nigeria, I went to a local government college there, graduated with a low GPA because I was working while I was doing my undergrad. So I graduated with a 3.17 GPA. Age, I'll be matriculating at 29 years. So my GRE is 320, 160, 160. When you convert that to GMAT, it's actually 640, which is on the lower end of the schools I was applying to. I remember looking at schools and they were all sitting around that 680 to 700 range for like an average for the schools I was looking at. So both my GPA, my GRE score were lower. But then again, I discussed with my consultant in my onboarding call, and they said I have to address all this in the optional essays, that the application is a holistic review. So how I did address this was I took some supplementary course, which I didn't know about. Art of Applying recommended that to me. So I took those supplementary courses. I still used my GRE because I couldn't get a better score. So I used the GRE that I had, which was 320, and worked on my application. I would say the major thing about my application was my essays. So my consultant at the Art of Applying helped me refine my essays. And there are so many resources within the Art of Applying. There's the Momentum and the Accelerator phase. I really like the weekly writing center, when once you have your essay in the draft form, you just send it in, and you kind of the person that does the weekly writing center reviews your essays. That happened every Sunday, and even now I think they've increased that to 2 times a week.
2 times a week. So let me interrupt you really quick, just so that everybody knows what we're talking about, and you're sharing all kinds of great things. So thank you, Samuel. So Samuel's saying that there are so many resources in the Application Accelerator that, one of the things that you loved on Sundays was the Writing Center. So we're the only company right now, copycats may come later, but we're the only company right now that actually connects all of our clients and makes a community, so that you're already, in the process of applying to grad school, you're already getting that grad school feel of being around really ambitious, smart people. And so one of the weekly group coaching calls that we offer is the Writing Center. So we actually have someone who's extremely experienced. I don't even think you know this, Samuel, but she actually worked in the Writing Center for years at Tufts University. So
Wow.
this is like a super legit person. And she now works for the Art of Applying. And so it's a place where you have your draft, and you and other clients on a shared call can come and submit your materials for editing and get really good feedback on your stuff, but also see other people get feedback on their materials. So is there anything else you wanted to say about the Writing Center, Samuel?
Yeah. I was going to add that I think the major thing about that was watching edit people's essay and just kind of see the feedback that are given to them about their essays, and you just take that feedback and apply it towards your essay. And this is available to you every Sunday. So I just found myself Friday and Saturday, I tried to get a draft to submit for the Writing Center. So it was, again, another push for me to get some essays done. Then apart from the writing center, you still had your consultant, or you first start with the green light submission deadline for all applicants, which is usually a month before the application deadline. So you submit your application for green light to the spreadsheet, and have other consultants, apart from the consultant you've been working with, review the essays and make suggestions on for you to edit. And after that, once they okay that for submission, you can go back and work with your assigned consultant. And I found my consultant really very helpful. She actually went to one of the schools that I mentioned, that that was one of the schools I wanted to go to, and she went there. So she gave me a very detailed feedback on kind of how I should polish my story. I think not just getting admitted to MBA schools by working with Art of Applying, I also was able to polish my stories, my career goals, my background, and everything about that. That was really, really helpful working with Art of Applying.
Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy to hear that. Okay, so Samuel, let's go back to the beginning. How did you find the Art of Applying, and what resonated with you that made you sign up for a breakthrough call?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Back when I started looking, I was focused on class profiles. I was always measuring myself with the class profile of the schools I really liked that I wanted to get into. I knew I needed some help polishing my profile because I found myself below the advertised class profile. I looked at a lot of consultants available online, or admission consultants available online, and what resonated me with Art of Applying is for the fact that they say they work with not the ideal candidate, like people like me, people who don't have those perfect scores, people who are more interested in trying to showcase their story rather than their grades. So that's what resonated with me, and I had my breakthrough call. After discussing with the breakthrough coach, I was really sold, and I signed up that same day. I knew that was what I wanted. And I also liked how you kind of set your goals ahead of time, even before signing up. That way, they send you like your onboarding call, and you could track through those progress as you're going through the phases. They also have couple of action items you need to do every week to keep to the schedule of meeting your application deadline. For me, that easily worked like 60 hours a week. That was really helpful to kind of break down my overall project, or I'll call it a project of applying to business schools, into short-term goals that I need to do at a specific range. That really helped me to keep track of the application process and submit a very wonderful application.
Oh, wonderful. Fantastic. So Samuel, working with us is an investment, and it's not a tiny amount of money. So sometimes people can be taken aback or feel fearful or doubtful. Talk to us about how you thought about the investment of working with us, and how you felt to take that leap of faith.
Oh, okay. When I looked back, then it was a big investment to make at that point. But looking back now, at having full ride scholarship to 3 schools that I really wanted to go, that I even felt it was beyond my reach, and having full ride to those schools, that investment is just a drop in the bucket. If you ask me right now, you should really consider your long-term goal. If going to business school or any school or anything you want to achieve in life is what you entirely want in life, I think you should be more focused on results, getting it, than actually the investment. I would say I'm very happy I made that investment a few years ago, and I'll do it all over again if I were to make that decision again.
Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you. So we have a really diverse group of clients. I don't know how much you got to interact with the other clients, but I would love for you as an international and domestic applicant, because you have like Nigerian citizenship and United States, right?
Yes.
Right. So I would love for you, just kind of as this two country, two culture person, to kind of just talk about maybe the diversity of the team or the diversity of the clients, or even maybe give a message to your like fellow West African applicants who may be thinking about working with us.
Oh, yeah. So, I mean, people and clients have like kind of seen their essays and their stories on the writing center, and also people who've asked questions on the portal we use to communicate with consultants. Some people ask open questions to any consultant. You could say it as a client. I would say the clients are very diverse, and I think the consultants are really skilled in working with admissions in the United States, so as I know. So if your goal is to get admitted into top schools in the United States or even anywhere in the world, you have people across consultants who have who are either who went to the schools you're going to or actually applied and got into those schools. I remember my consultant actually got into the schools and went to the school I wanted to, and he told me about some scholarships I didn't know about. So I'll say the Art of a Client is a very big team. It's a big family. I've seen these people from different, a diverse group of people. And also another thing is I really liked about Art of Applying is once people start posting on the notification page that I submitted my application to this school today, I finished my essay on this, I think those boosts really inspires me to kind of work more on my essays and try to do more. And that also happens with when people started posting decisions. Even people would share all the decisions and schools they got into, and you're just there waiting. One day I'll share mine. I'm happy I finally got to do that.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. So Samuel is talking about we have a private client portal, a members area. So every client has their own portal. Inside of their portal is their consultant, is our admin team, which is called support crew. I'm in there, and the client is in there. So every client has their own private portal. In addition, we have another place. It's the same login, so don't worry that you have to remember a bunch of logins. We have another place where all the clients are together in a forum. So Samuel is talking about how he really loved seeing all of the applicants submitting their like celebrations of when they submitted their applications, and then their celebrations when they got their decisions. And it doesn't have to happen often, but and I don't know if you saw it, Samuel, but did you see sometimes people would even post when they got rejected?
Yes, that is like how people would encourage them. That is another good part of it too.
Yeah, so fantastic, and so that was really motivating for you. I'm delighted to hear it. So talk to us about what your advice would be for people who are wondering, how early they should start on the application process and timing.
Yeah, I think you should start as soon as possible. As soon as you started thinking about MBA, you should start. I would say the major thing that kind of delays people with the application is getting your test scores ready, either GRE or the GMAT, depending on what program you're applying. So, but on that part, there is still, I think, a weekly test call center. I never used that part of the program because I already had the GRE already before I joined. So I think there's also now resource on the Art of Applying to help you prep for the test, which is weekly. So just join as soon as possible. There are so many phases that would fit which part you are in the process. You have the momentum when you're still trying to gather your target scores or even any supplementary courses. Then once you're ready, you'll be moved over to the accelerator phase where you're actually working on your essays and at the timeline submit your application. So I would say just start as soon as possible.
And so Thank you for that. And so, yeah, Samuel is alluding to the fact that we have phases of the program. So you're getting it a little bit mixed up, which is totally fine, Samuel. But the first phase is Application Incubator, which is where it's
Okay.
one where, yep, no worries. That's where you focus on the test prep and supplementary coursework and laying the game plan for the whole application. Then Application Accelerator is the real sort of intensive part where we sort of download into your brain as much as we can over a period of time. And then Application Momentum, which is the longer period where you're finishing up your essays, revising your essays, hearing back from schools, and making your decision, which is the stage that you're in, Application Momentum. So everybody, that whole thing I just talked about, that's all one program. That's the Application Accelerator, which is what Samuel went through, and everybody else that you watch their videos, that's all the same program. Talk to us about having such a comprehensive program, because a lot of people come to me and they say they want help, and then when I tell them about the program, they say, well, I don't need that much help. I just want to get my essays edited 1 or 2 times. So talk to me about what made you choose a comprehensive, holistic solution versus just a la carte or like a few hours with another company.
Yeah, I remember the onboarding calls when they were telling me all this. You have this weekly call, this weekly writing center. I was like, can I just pay for my essays? That was actually one of the things I wanted to work on. But I'm glad I went through the whole package. I actually used all of my allotted mindset coach, which is the first time I ever working with a mindset coach. So I spoke with her a couple of times, and she would actually tell me the reasons why I was kind of procrastinating on some essays, and we kind of talked through how I could improve, be very efficient with my time, combining work and coming back to work on my application. That was really very helpful, and I'm glad I did the whole package instead of looking for where to just write the essays. And also the network I've been able to make through the art of applying is also great.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah, the network really is amazing. It's really, and over 10 years, it's just phenomenal. We really need to put together a 10-year just like reunion as well as a directory for you all, because it's just an amazing, amazing network of outstanding people.
Yeah, I think there's a spreadsheet that has like each school with former clients who are there, and I'm willing to get on that list and try to help anybody out once I've started into any of the schools I go to.
Yeah, that's our client ambassador list. That's great. Thank you. So what does this mean for your life now, Samuel, that you don't have to pay to go to graduate school? Because I think I remember you already had the money saved up to go.
Yeah, that is true. I have been, since I knew I wanted to do an MBA program, I started like saving seriously for that. I at least wanted to get at least the first year, half of the fees taking care of myself, then get loans if I needed to. And right now, and I'm just looking back, I have the full right to these schools. I can keep my money and invest it in other things. I'll say that's the best feeling around there. And that's also made my decision not even to apply to any round 2 or any other schools, because I'm completely satisfied with the services and the decisions I have so far.
Fantastic. Oh, man, you are making my day. So what would you say to somebody who says, wow, these are some amazing results. I want these results. He had a 3.17 GPA. Like, he's on the older side. Wow, maybe I can do this too. But maybe I can just do it on my own and see what happens.
I would say that you might think you know it all, or you think your essays are very good, good enough. But I think one thing that sets the consultants clear is that they look at your essays as an admissions committee. So some of the things I wrote, I have come from a very technical background in engineering. I remember my resume, I was going into specific details, talking about how I was a directional driller, how I drilled how many feet of wells in Nigeria, and all that. And my consultant took those words and refined that into like really goals or outcomes from my essay saying, oh, we achieved this and 30%. All those feedback are really great. Even if you don't end up using a consultant, I'm just saying, like, you need that third party or even another set of eyes that would review your essays in the lens of an admissions committee or someone who's not really particular, who doesn't know anything about your field. You should be able to articulate your story to anybody, and you should have a story that would resonate. I remember just finishing up my first onboarding call with you, and you kind of gave me an name. Just looking at it right here, energetic executive, and that's kind of like branded my story around goals.
Oh, I love it. So let me interrupt you, Samuel. So you're talking about in your assessment call that we had, I gave you a personal brand as an applicant, and it stuck with you, huh?
Yeah, that really stuck with me. So I wrote all my essays. I wanted to write my essays. People reading my essay will remember me with sort of, what do I know this guy with? And that was that energetic energy executive.
The energetic executive. I love it. I love it. Oh, fantastic. Well, this has been amazing. I'm so happy for you. I'm really interested to see where you decide to go. We're here for you as you make that decision. And I'm just so proud of you. I'm so grateful and honored to have been a part of your journey. And it's been wonderful. Thank you for sharing your story. Is there any last thing you want to say to anyone out there listening?
I'll tell anybody listening, the advice I would give myself 2 years ago when I started this project, forget about the class profiles of the schools you like. You have strengths that you might not know. Once you start working with a consultant or even talking with people who are knowledgeable about admissions, MBA or school admissions, everybody is unique. Just be vulnerable in your stories, share stories that will really resonate with people. Beyond the class profiles, I think the admissions process is a holistic review. I know you hear that word holistic review a lot, but it is really, I can tell you myself as an example, it is.
Excellent. Beautiful. Well, thank you so much for sharing your story, Samuel. It's going to help so many people, inspire so many people, and I'm just delighted. So glad you found us, and I'm so glad that we worked together.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Kanisha. I'm happy to help and join the Out of Offline ambassador list. Happy to help anytime.
Beautiful. You have a wonderful, wonderful night. Thank you, Samuel.
All right, bye.
Thanks for watching our video. For more videos just like this, make sure you click subscribe. And if you want to work with us on your graduate school applications, visit us at theartofapplying.com or click on the link below in the description.